So there's something that's been coming into my mind quite a bit. And my question is, when are you going to stop blaming your parents for giving you the childhood that you wish you had? When are you going to stop blaming them for creating what you think is unfairness or the love that you didn't get? And when are you going to stop talking about it? Because you're a grown person now. You're an adult. You probably have your own children, your own families, your own careers. And there's no one to blame anymore for what you did not have. And it's time for you to start creating what you do want. All the lack of love, all the lack of wealth, all the lack of friendship, all the times that you had to move, all the times that you can think of, all the things that were unfair that happened to you. Do you know that you can create a new life for yourself today? I'm not ridiculing you or not validating those life experiences, that childhood trauma, because although I'd like to say all of us, that's an absolute, but many of us have gone through some form of trauma, whether it's a big trauma or a little trauma. And yes, it is true that sometimes we can't really talk to people that have been in our lives because they are very toxic and they might not want to get the help that they definitely need in order for you to have a better communication, to be able to mend your relationship with them. Yes, there are circumstances like this, and I know this myself. But what I've learned over time through doing my own inner work and as a coach, it doesn't help you move through your life continuously blaming. Your childhood is not happening right now. You're not being traumatized. You might be married to someone that reminds you of your mom or dad, or both, but that's a pattern. That's something different. That's something that you learned how to survive. And so you find a therapist or a coach like myself who can help you rewire your brain by looking at your subconscious patterns. And if you have children, rest assured, those children or that child will end up blaming you for something because they'll find something that they lacked because of you, or because you went through a divorce and you pulled them through it, or because you weren't wealthy enough and you didn't give them X, Y, and Z, or maybe you were too strict. Whatever the case may be, it is about perspective. Yes, you might have gone through trauma, but it's your responsibility to not only heal those unresolved parts in you, but you have the power to actually change your experience today. And I know this is going to be very difficult for some of you to believe or even understand, but your parents did the absolute best they could with the skill set that they had, with the education and money that they had. They weren't perfect. You're not perfect. Your children aren't perfect. Your grandchildren aren't perfect. Your relatives aren't perfect. And so why don't you just start with a clean slate and examine yourself, examine your behaviors, how you speak to other people, how you speak to yourself, what you're doing out in the world to create and manifest the very thing that you said that you lacked in your childhood. Why don't you be the role model? You be the example. And then start to notice how things begin to shift.